On the edge of a young America, the Buffalo Soldiers carved their names into history. Fighting both the enemies they could see and the prejudice that followed them, they became legends in their own right. This is the story of men who battled for more than survival. They fought for a place in a world that didn't always welcome them. In the late 1800s, deep into the western frontier of what would soon become the United States, a group of African American soldiers stood silently beside their horses. Eyes sharp, rifles ready, they waited for orders. These were the Buffalo Soldiers, a nickname given by the Native American tribes they often both fought against and forged uneasy truces with. Among them were Sergeant William Carter, a sturdy man with a somber face, Private James Thompson, young and always eager to prove his worth, and Corporal Samuel Green, who wore a constant, unshakable determination. The untamed land was unforgiving, and so was the army they served. The night was cold as the men sat around the campfire. The crackling flames fought back the darkness that surrounded them, the light dancing on their faces. "Sergeant Carter, do you ever think we'll have the same respect as the white soldiers?" Thompson's voice cut through the silence. Carter poked the fire with a stick, contemplating his answer. "Respect isn't given, it's earned. We fought hard to be here, and we'll keep fighting," he replied, though a shadow of doubt flickered in his eyes. They had been dispatched to protect the new settlers from Native American attacks, but the reality was that they were caught between two worlds. The settlers looked at them with suspicion, often seeing them as little more than instruments of war. Within their ranks, racism was a constant undercurrent, manifested in insults, unequal treatment, and an ever-present sense of being unwelcome. One afternoon, word came of a potential skirmish with a local tribe. They readied themselves quickly, their movements disciplined and efficient, but the tension was palpable. As they advanced through the thick vegetation, they heard the rhythmic drums of the Native American warriors echoing in the distance. The trap was sprung before they could react. Arrows rained down upon them. "Take cover!" Carter's voice boomed as they dashed for the nearest rocks. Green was hit in the arm, blood soaking through his sleeve, but he gritted his teeth and kept his rifle steady. They exchanged fire with the unseen enemy, each side trying to outmaneuver the other. Hours passed and the gunfight waned. Night fell, bringing a tense calm to the battlefield. Knowing the enemy could attack at any moment, they kept watch in shifts. Carter noticed a movement in the brush and aimed his rifle, but hesitated when he saw it was a young Native American boy, no older than 12. The boy, unarmed and trembling, met Carter's eyes, pleading silently. "Stand down," Carter whispered to his men. "He's just a child." There was a mix of confusion and anger, but his command held. The boy vanished back into the night. Back at camp, Thompson approached Carter. "Why did you let him go, Sarge?" Carter's face was stern. "Because, Thompson, not all battles are fought with bullets. Sometimes sparing a life earns you more respect than taking one." Days turned into weeks, and the hardships continued. Supplies were scarce, the elements harsh, and the prejudice never easing. Yet the Buffalo Soldiers forged on, driven by a shared sense of honor and camaraderie. Their courage was tested yet again when a fellow white soldier, who had always been rough on them, found himself surrounded by hostile warriors. Without a moment's hesitation, Carter led his men to rescue him, breaking through the enemy lines with sheer grit and determination. The act of bravery did not erase the prejudice, but it planted a seed of recognition,